What's going on? Thought I'd make this video talking about, I think I already made a video about this, talking about the different places to make money in trucking. Cause I know there are like a lot of young guys that come to my channel, as well as experienced guys that come to my channel. And I know I talk about getting a truck. I mean, that's my personal, getting a truck is part of my personal vendetta against the corporate regime, as Trucker Brown say. Like, I agree with everything Trucker Brown say, okay? Because see, the thing is, like, y'all, a lot of you guys are really young, and the best thing I can tell you is read, okay? You need to read. That's it. Like, the sooner you read, like, read financial books, read about, like, contracts, business, find, like, you can go on Google. Like, I have an Audible account, and I just go on there and I listen to audiobooks, man. Because I'm driving down the road and, like, I got all this time. I don't listen to music or nothing, man. I listen to audiobooks. I'm always feeding my mind with knowledge. So, that's the best thing I can tell you. Because then, you start reading and expanding your mind, learning stuff, you'll turn into a Trucker Brown. You know what I mean? Because I agree with everything you're saying. Because the sooner you do that, the better. Because this country, well, in this world, like, these companies, they want you to stay poor. They want you to stay broke. They want you to stay in a working class environment. Okay? They want you to get they want you to feel like $1,000 a week is a lot of money, which it ain't. Like, I live in Atlanta, and $1,000 a week is okay income. It's decent. You can get an apartment, you can get a car. You know what I mean? You can go on a trip once or twice a year. But that's about it. You ain't gonna build no wealth with that. You can't go through no impoverished neighborhood and clean up the projects with that kind of money. You just another dude with bills. That's it. Like, I'm trying to build wealth. I'm trying to get out the rat race. That cycle. Bills and paying, just buying shit and all this dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my point. That's my journey on getting a truck. That's me. That's why I tell y'all, get a truck. Because these fucking trucks make so much money. Okay? Like, if you ever paid for a truck, you can go and put your truck on with any company out here. You bound to make $1,000 a day. Company driver, you can't make $1,000 a day. At best, 200, 300 a day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's my point. A lot of you guys are really not interested in getting a truck. For some of you guys, getting a truck is, like, so out of your reach. It's like, nah, I can't get no truck. You know what I mean? I mean, you can. They got lease purchase programs all over the place. A lot of guys don't like lease purchase programs, but shit. If you don't have no money, you single, and you on your last dime, what you got to lose? Go get a fucking truck. What do you got to lose? Go get a truck. Yeah, so if you don't go with Snyder, go with Swift. Find a fucking company and just go with them. And run the wheels off that truck. Make all the money you can. If any of y'all watch Trucker Brown, that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Dude stacking up. I salute him on that shit. That's what you got to do in the lease purchase game. You get that truck and you stay in it. Don't be going home all the time and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Stack that money and then you walk away with it. You walk away with the money, man. But this video is about guys who not interested in that. So like, there are sectors in trucking as a company driver, you can make a decent income. You know what I'm saying? If you just want a job. I don't want a job. But there are guys who don't mind, you know, just want a job and want to go to work and all that other shit and just want a job. So, here's my opinion. When I was a company driver, my first year as a company driver, I think I did like 40. Then my second year, like, because my first year, you know, I'm running. Because I'm talking to guys who make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year as a company driver. And I'm running. I'm thinking, like, fuck, how do you make, you know, you in a truck, you getting loads, and you just running, chasing loads. You know, when I came out of truck driving school, I went, you know, and you get out here, and it's just like, you making 500 a week, 600 a week. And then once you put your ears to the ground and start talking to guys, like, yeah, man, you got to go over here. You got to go over there. You got to talk to that person. And then I think the first time my W-2 read 50,000, I was like, yes, I did it. You know what I'm saying? And that was on a dedicated account. That's another place that I suggest a lot of you guys go. If you're a company and you, or just for example, you going through truck driving school and you watching my videos, because I know that a lot of you are, you guys send me messages. Oh man, I'm just not getting my CDL and I don't know what to do. This is what you do. Do not go OTR. Over the road, general, random over the road freight. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit unless you're going to go and get your own truck. Get on a dedicated account, because when you go up to these companies and you go into their website or you talking to the recruiter, you got to tell them you're looking for a dedicated account. Okay? Most dedicated accounts, they run regional. You get good home time and the pay is good. And you run for one customer. For example, you know, you get on with Swift. Swift got a lot of fucking freight. A lot of people don't like Swift, but they got the work. They got good freight. They got freight. You always gonna have some freight. Okay? It ain't no small company. They got freight. They got big accounts. Walmart, Georgia Pacific, Target, Dollar General. All the big box corporate companies. You know what I mean? So those are dedicated accounts. I've talked to guys who drive for Swift making $1,500 a week. And people don't like Swift. You're going to talk to guys, don't go to Swift. Bullshit. You better take your ass over to Swift and get you a dedicated account. Okay? Dollar General account. Walmart account. Okay? Target accounts. Not just Swift, but most of these big bucks, big major companies have dedicated accounts. Snyder. I talked to a company driver who drives for Snyder a couple weeks ago. He was talking about getting a truck, but like he's on a dollar. I think he said he was on the Dollar General account. Make $1,500 a week. Now you got to touch freight, but you know, if you got a good work ethic, I wouldn't care. You know, like the guy, he looked like he was about 25 years old. You know what I mean? Like if you don't got no kids, you single, who cares, man? $1,500 a week as a company driver? That's good, man. Some owner operators don't make $1,500 a week. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's steady freight. You talking about a big box customer. Dollar General. Family Dollar. I mean, you can name it, Georgia Pacific. Oh, these big box customers, man. So what? You got to touch the freight. Okay. You got 5 stops. Get your lazy ass up and go do the job, man. It's $1,500 a week, man. That's 15. I mean, if the freight, if that's a steady paycheck every week, 1,500, 12, 1,300, 1,400. Because I know it's not 1,500 every week. It's probably like 1,300, 1,400. Because, you got 5 stops this week, this many miles. You got 2 stops this week, this many miles. So the check is up and down. But you're grossing above $1,000 a week. That's what I did when I was company. Now, I didn't make $1,500 a week. When I was a company driver, when I was on the dedicated account, I was on the Target account with JB Hunt. I was on the Target account with JB Hunt back in 08. I was at JB Hunt at 08. And I ran over the road for like a year and a half or something like that. And that was the first time I saw $1,100 and $1,200 checks consistently every week. Because it was Target. We get paid hub miles, and we get paid I think it was like $20 a stop. So it was like I had it was just out and back, because I would run a Target trailer, okay, with loaded, drop it, and then they would have a key with the trailer. So you have to call the store manager so they can take the lock off the trailer, and then they fill up the empty trailer next to it with either pallets, returns, dunnage, whatever. And then they put a lock on that trailer. Then you pull it and you take it back to the DC and you get another one. And we would max our clock out all the time, 600 miles plus every day. So we got paid miles plus the stops. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would run my clock out all the way out. You know what I'm saying? 11 hours every day. Because you knew what you're doing for pretty much the whole week. Pretty much. Because you come in, and I talk to account manager, and he'll be like, okay, you're going to be doing this Monday. You're going to be doing this Tuesday, Wednesday. About 2 or 3 days in advance. You already know. So all you know is you're going to run the truck all the way down there, all the way to the customer, drop it, bring back the empty, bring back pallets, returns, bring that back, get that trailer, run it, and boom, 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 boom. 11, 1,200 a week. It's consistent. You're not sitting around waiting, because like over the road, you guys know, when you over the road, like I know for me, I think there's probably a handful of times I had pre-plans for 2 or 3 days in advance. Very rare over the road when you're pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? And you waste all this time. And that's a big deal. Wasting a lot of fucking time. When you over the road, you're going to run one load 500 miles, 400 miles. Which these days, getting those long loads is rare. These days, companies are running company drivers 200-300 miles these days, unless you get with a company that's pulling reefer. Because a lot of guys come on these YouTube videos and they don't break down the science of actually getting a job to make money. Okay? Not all these companies' accounts pay. Okay? Over the road don't pay no money no more. Unless you get with a small company that's got reefer. Now reefer pays, because reefer picks up on one part of the country and they're going to send it out to Cali. And then from Cali back over to the East Coast, because it's refrigerated freight. They need that freight when they need it. Dry box, you got to look at the sectors in business to say, okay, if I'm going to do reefer is where it's at if you want to drive over the road. Because companies, dry box, a lot of companies, they got intermodal. And then, like a Snyder, JB Hunt, Swift, they gonna put that coast to coast freight on a container. You know what I mean? Like them intermodal loads, man. Like I'm just gonna tell you, they're like I talked to a load planner at a company. They're making like they're making $10,000 on some of them loads going from like the East Coast to the West Coast on some of them intermodal container loads. Okay? They're profiting a lot of money. And then all they have to do is pay a driver, because some of those loads, those intermodal loads, 3-4 drivers touch those loads. Because they got to switch tracks and shit. So a driver may have to go from a terminal across town so the load can keep going. You know what I'm saying? To get to California. You know what I'm saying? Got off subject. But the point is guys, like, because I had a troll come and tell me I didn't make 60,000. Well, if you listen to the damn video, dude, like I said, when I was a company driver, I made 60,000. As an owner operator, 60,000 is very low. I'm realizing that 60,000 is very low for an owner operator. Owner operators, lease drivers, you want to be in the $70,000 range, $70,000 plus, 70, 80, 90 in that area. After expenses for owner operators. For a company driver, 60,000 is good money. I made 60,000 when I was company. Okay? But before I got to 60,000, I had to work up to 60,000. I didn't just jump in with my CDL and make 60. Okay? I had to learn the game. I had to build my experience. I had to know what jobs to take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take a job that's paying me 28 cents a mile. Just ain't going to do it. Just ain't going to do it. Okay? When you got 8, 9, 10, 11 years of driving experience, their jobs, I can nitpick. I can be like, okay, I'm going to take that job. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, no, I'm going to take that one. That one's paying da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie company driver, you don't know what to take. The company offer you 28 cents a mile. It's like, oh, okay. You just happy to take it. But you have to take it because you don't have an experience. You know, you can't demand no 45 cent a mile job. You know what I'm saying? But I got off subject. I was talking about the dedicated accounts. But yeah, the first time I did more than 50,000 was when I was on a dedicated account. And I'm saying that to say that, okay, dedicated account is where it's at. Another place to make 50,000 plus is intermodal. I ran containers 4 years. 3 of those 4 years, I did 60,000. Now, before I got to the intermodal and before I knew about it, I think I was making about 52 or something like that. Yeah, I think I made about 52. I think I made about 52. I have to go back and check my, I don't know where them W-2s at. You talking about 7 years ago. I mean, let's just be honest. But you talking about 6, 7, yeah, something like that. But and then when I got on intermodal, I did intermodal for 4 years. 3 of those 4 years, I did 60,000. The first year I did, I don't remember. The first year I did 50 something. It was right on, because I left that dedicated account and then I got on intermodal. So I did that. And I think I made just about the same much I did on the dedicated. But I was home more. Because the dedicated account, I live in Atlanta. So the dedicated account ran me through the house 2-3 times a week. and I was home on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Because with intermodal, if you live in a big city doing intermodal, you go out and back, out and back. You know what I'm saying? Because you have an empty container, and they're like four. I think it's about four intermodal terminals in Atlanta. So you have to you go out, pick up the load, and come back. You know what I'm saying? Half the time you're empty. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like tanker almost, because you coming back to a terminal, a hub, to drop the container. And they put it on a train, and then you get either a loaded trailer or empty. You go out to another customer, you bring it back, and you're looking at about 400 to 500 miles a day. Okay. I think I was making like 42 cents a mile or some shit. And if you do the math, that's about 1,000 a week, right? 40 some cent a mile. It's probably about 2,800 miles, anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week, just like over the road. You do about 200 to 250, 250 miles out, 200 to 250 miles back in. 500 miles, okay? 5 times 5. Sometimes you work a Saturday, sometimes you don't. But if you work 5 days, that's 2,500 miles times 42. That's it. Sometimes, it's some things happen in trucking. So when I was in intermodal, and then as time progressed, I started making a little bit more money, because you start learning because the problem isn't the pay in trucking. The problem in trucking, you always got shit getting in your way of your money. There's always some shit. Either it's a fleet manager, or the loads that they give you hold you up, that take a whole day to get it loaded, or it's little shit like that that holds you up in trucking. You know what I'm saying? It's not the pay. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, see, a lot of guys who come into trucking, and they have the eyes start glistening over, like all the money they're going to be making. Yeah, you can make that kind of money. It's just that you're going to have to learn how to cut out the bullshit that gets in your way. And then once I started learning how to talk to the load planner, I finally got the direct number to the load planner. So when I'm empty, before I'm empty, I call up the load planner directly and say, hey man, I'm going to this customer. I should be empty by this time. Do you have a load available that I can pick up? Boop, got a pre-plan, keep on moving. Instead of running, sitting, running, sitting, running, sitting. You know what I'm saying? Because you run, deliver load, you sit for about 2 hours waiting on the load. That's going to eat into your 14, eat into your money. Okay? So I did intermodal. I did that for about 4 years. And when I left intermodal, I did 58, 59, 60, 60,000, 61, 62,000. And I have W-2s for that. I might have the W-2 in my book. In my, oh yeah, I do have it. Wait a minute. See, W-2. Oh, nah, this is an old one. This one is from do these W-2s have dates on them? And the thing is like, I'm doing this to help y'all, man. And like, I got this troll, man, that was just on my channel, man, just talking shit, man. I'm like, dude, like, I'm on here trying to help guys, like, get into the places to make money. Either get a truck, and you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys don't talk about this shit. Where to go get the money? Because a lot of guys, they think, they get their CDL and they just go with any company. It's like, a lot of people don't really talk about this shit. The real shit. Intermodal, dedicated. Or you get on with a LTL company. Conway, I talked to Conway drivers. Conway guys, you know, they paying like 22. I talked to a guy, he just got out of truck driving school. I don't know how he got this job, but he got out of truck driving school 6 months. He working for Conway doing LTL. $21.50 an hour. Now Conway at that time was Conway, but now they're XPO now. I don't know if XPO changed their pay packages. You can look it up. You can call Conway up. What's the other company? Old Dominion. Old Dominion hired guys out of truck driving school. I think you need, the last time I checked, you need 3 months of experience to drive for Old Dominion. Estes requires 2 years. The last time I checked, I know 2 guys who drive at Estes. It's not a lot of money, but when it's busy, you know, you get overtime like crazy because they get paid by the hour. And you know, I talked to guys over there making $1,500 when it's busy, $1,500 a week when it's busy at Estes. You know, you gotta have your hazmat, you gotta have your triples and doubles. You know, of course, UPS, FedEx. I mean, those are companies where you can fucking retire. If you're not trying to get a truck, go to those companies. Those are retiring companies. Coca-Cola. You get a job with Coca-Cola. You get benefits. Some of them have pension plans. You know what I'm saying? You stay there for a long time. Don't hit nothing. Come to work, do your job. You can retire comfortably. Okay? Like I know guys who've been doing LTL for 30 years, man. They making $100K a year, man. You're not going to tell me it's not possible when it's possible. I've talked to these guys. A couple of those guys, I got their phone number. I know Charles from, I ain't gonna see y'all get me sidetracked, man. These are guys I know personally. I've been in this business 10 years, man. I know guys. Okay? I talk to these guys all the time. We talk. You know what I'm saying? I know guys who got small fleets. You know what I'm saying? You know, 2-3 trucks and shit. So it's just like the guy, the troll, man, he's trying to lump me in with Chasing Andrews. I don't know Chasing Andrew, but I watch his videos. He a little foolish, but his head in the right place though. He you know, he gonna go far. Right now he's just chilling. He can afford to chill. He live with his mama. I'm a real dude. I got bills. I can't be jumping jobs and chilling at home and shit. I gotta work, man. You know. But damn, this video 30 minutes, man. But yeah, man, I just want to have a good talk about the places to go in trucking for the money. Good, solid trucking jobs. No, you know, none of that over the road shit. I mean, I know guys who make pretty decent money over the road, but you know what I mean? Like that's not realistic, man. Like if you want a good job where you home on the weekend or you know, you running 5 or 6 days, those are places to go get those jobs. You know, UPS has over the road, and it's a good paying job. I talked to guys who did over the road for UPS, you know, fucking $1,400-1,500 a week, you know. And UPS got shit set up where it's just steady work, man. It's good paying jobs, you know what I'm saying? Then eventually, I guess you can work up to getting a local job with UPS, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.